somebody sent me this because for one, people don't know. Like, I have a weird relationship with Roland Martin, right? He always calling us out. Like, he always calling us a fraud and we this and we don't know journalism. He swear he's the best journalist for black media. Like, that's just Roland, you know. And I'm gonna give him that. He's an OG in the game.
I was gonna say, you know how OGs are.
You know how that go, man. It's like they can't pass the torch. They not mentoring nobody.
You gotta wrestle it out their hand.
Yeah, you got, you know, Roland been in the game for 30 plus years, so I'm gonna give him his respect. So. Bro. Veteran journalist and entrepreneur, founder of the Black Star Network, former CNN political commentator Roland Martin, he posted a video and detailed a video of how he got scammed out of $174,000 trying to purchase a Sprinter van from a black-owned company in Dallas. Now,
it's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So we talked offline about this, but I'm gonna kind of give you guys the breakdown of like, what went on and what went down. And I want you to, like, highlight all the red flags. So as I'm talking, I want you to stop and highlight the red flags because it was so many red flags in this situation, but people don't understand business. So, number one, in 2020, in July, Roland Martin's team, they were leaving Essence Fest. Now, Essence Fest, for the people who don't know, is a huge, huge festival in New Orleans. So in order to get through New Orleans, you got to drive through Alabama. And when they were riding, they got cut off with their Sprinter van. Boom. They got smacked.
He showed the video.
It's miraculous that the guy survived.
I was gonna say
the situation. Mm-hmm. So look at God for that. But totaled the entire van in Alabama. So they went around looking for a new van. Now again, Roland is a veteran journalist, and he's really into politics. So the Kamala Harris campaign is coming up, so they really need their van in order to get out and campaign with the Democrats and push the agenda, do their content, do everything they want to do. Roland is big in that space, right? So what happened is he knew this lady in Dallas, and her name is what is her name?
She goes by Winsor Barbee.
Yes, Winsor Barbee. Now,
I don't know what her real name is.
We don't know if that's her real name now because apparently, she didn't got ghosts. But we're going to get to that a little later on. So Roland, he's always talking about black-owned business, black-owned, support black-owned, right? Which we all agree with, right? Of course, we'll agree with it.
This is a black-owned business.
Black-owned business, black woman. He wanted to give the black woman an opportunity to earn his business.
And I understand that. He was going to spend a whole lot of money anyway.
Correct. So you're going to spend a whole bunch of money anyway. This black-owned business has the capacity, allegedly, to do exactly what you need to do. So Roland was trying to buy this huge Sprinter van. So he said in his video that after discussing with Winsor Barbee of the Sterling Luxury Company, he wired the company $174,000 to get the process started with. Now, to me, I'm like, okay, is that the whole? That can't be like a partial payment. That's what seemed like the whole payment.
I was gonna say, I think the first red flag is maybe being a little overly zealous. He got to get this done. He got to get back on the road. I might as well just give you this money and get it over with. But it didn't happen quite as quickly.
Yeah, and then you got to think about this. When your car get totaled, that's probably the worst time to buy a car because you're so emotionally dialed up. You got this insurance check. You're like really trying to scramble and get a new car. So that's another red flag there is just, your emotions and you're in a rush.
Yeah.
So you're going to make a mistake.
I think that's,
And to me, wiring somebody that amount of money was a huge mistake. The only type of person I'm wiring that type of money is somebody that I know for a fact if I sue them and I get a judgment, I'm going to get my money back. Right. So now Roland said he went in a whole detail about how he went to see their facility. He met the people. He took pictures.
Right. Which is where I feel bad for him because I'm like, they would have got me. I mean, you take me to this wonderful warehouse and I'm seeing these different sprinters getting worked on. He took a picture with her. Like, he really went into detail about what all the effort, because he also flew, he's not based in Kansas City, Missouri. So he went out there. So I sympathize with the guy.
Yeah, and he's from Texas. I think he might be based out of Texas or DC. I'm not sure, but I know I know he's from Texas.
Yes.
So he has
That's
a
how
big,
he knew of her.
he has a big attachment to the state of Texas. So Roland, wire her this money, and they get to looking at different vans. Now these are the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans.
I was gonna say he's about to spend a lot of money anyway.
So what happened is he kept following up with them like, hey, give me some pictures, give me this. So they sending him videos, they sending him pictures, and when it was time to deliver the Sprinter van, somehow, some way, the Sprinter van ends up in Ohio. And you know what's so crazy? Okay, let's say Roland is in Texas, or he's in DC.
Why?
There's no reason if you know the map. There's no reason for you to be in Ohio.
I don't understand that either.
Like that don't make sense to me. But apparently they had a car crash in Ohio, and his van was a part of the.
That's red flag number 2.
Right, like his van was a part of this crash, like in Ohio. That don't make no sense. The only reason you're going through Ohio is to deliver in Ohio or to get up in Michigan.
Well,
like,
you know what? Unless they had like a route and they were dropping off other Sprinters, but I doubt that.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. Again, like if we in Missouri, there's no reason I need to go up through Ohio to get to DC or down to Texas.
You would at least start.
Now, if they said we crashed in Tennessee, okay, that make a little more sense. Or we crashed, you know what I'm saying? Like,
why in Ohio?
Yeah, why are you going north with my van? So, okay, that's another red flag. Okay, so after this, Roland began to get kind of like weary about the situation. So he requested a meeting because he apparently wasn't getting any new updates on the new truck that was supposed to be delivered to him. So he requests this meeting and
goes back up there.
During the meeting, or leading up to the meeting, the other truck catches fire, or like the warehouse catch on fire.
Yes, when he got there, and my thing is, wouldn't you have told him beforehand when he's coming, like, oh, the warehouse caught fire, we're actually at this different location?
So he's going to Kansas City, Missouri. He flies out there, and then
upon getting there,
there's a fire.
Right. Upon getting there, he finds out there was a fire. They're no longer at the location that he visited before.
That's red flag again.
Number 2. Because again,
that's number 3.
Three. Yeah. Because y'all done got scraped off the road. Okay. And now there's a huge fire.
I mean, I need my money back just off of the bad luck y'all having. I mean that's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on. And then so he proceeded to tell the story about how now all of a sudden he done flew all the way out here to Missouri, and y'all warehouse catch on fire. So now y'all send me an address to a house that's 90 miles away. Mm-hmm. I don't know why he didn't. For one, I don't know why he didn't get a rental, but he said he Ubered.
He gave them the benefit of every doubt.
Every single doubt. So he Ubers to these people's house to meet them with the new truck, and they stood him up.
Yes.
They never even came. He's out of town. Imagine being out of town. You Uber somewhere. For one, that's risky. I mean, you just sitting in front of somebody random house. Like, what's going on? Like, anything can happen.
It could have been a setup.
It could have been a setup. You could have just got accused of doing anything. I mean, Roland just old as hell sitting out there, like just looking, just randomly, like just look like a sitting duck. Like that look crazy.
And then they stood him up. He was out there for an hour, and then he requested his money back.
Yes, and that's where it got red flag number 4. They're not willing to give your money back. Now, at this point, you got to think about it. They've been working on this for about a year and some change.
I was going to say, yes.
So this is not just like a quick weekend situation that happened. This has been going on for years. So it was about a year and a half, almost 2 years, because the incident happened in 2022. He said they requested their money back January 2024. So that's 2 years, a year and a half. Like, this is... give me my money back. Like, what's going on?
Right.
And this is why I said I would have never wired that amount of money, because now you don't have any pep in your step to get the job done. If the truck costs $175, I might wire you $30 to get started.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not wiring you no more.
Because you don't want to be at a complete loss.
I will string along and give you another 25, another 30, another 50, and then I'm gonna do the, upon delivery, I'm gonna do the extra 70 or 25, 30% that needs to be done.
And even if he had to take out a loan or anything like that, he still could have facilitated that circumstance, because then when the bank wants their money back, he would at least still had some money to give the bank back. So I don't know how he facilitated this $174,000 to give to this person, this company, but it's gone. It's all gone.
So he never really discussed if it cost $174,000 or if that was a partial payment. Like, I don't really know. He didn't really discuss that. Right. But he did talk about the lawsuit they filed. So they eventually ended up filing the lawsuit.
Yes.
And, it takes another year or two to do that.
Yes.
They couldn't serve Winsor Barbee, and they couldn't serve any other people at the company, I guess. So
they got a judgment.
A default judgment for $500,000.
And that was in November of 2025.
Now, most novice business people would clap and say, yes, I got a default judgment. I won my lawsuit.
Except
not so fast, right? Because here's the thing. He didn't win the lawsuit. He got a judgment, default judgment. Meaning, if she want to come back and fight this, she could. A judge would grant her the ability to represent herself because she was never properly served. They were never able to get served. So they can get this really back started. And that's probably what she's going to try to do, and then come with a settlement agreement, because $500,000 and you only sent them $174,000 is a lot of money. That's basically triple the amount of money.
Yes.
Well, more than triple.
But also, to your point, what did you say? Like the what money can do when it has time.
Correct.
So also the opportunity cost of him investing his money somewhere else.
He wired $174,000 in 2022, 2023. He could have put that shit in Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft.
Right.
And in his business. He could put it back into his business.
And would have been up. It would have been way better than put it into this company's hands.
He could have put it in a bank and got 2-3% and made made the interest on that. That's better than now you got to go fight and get lawyers and all that. So
here's the thing. I looked up Winsor Barbee, which she goes by, and I can't find her. Her LinkedIn it has almost nothing on there. And then I went to luxury, Sterling Luxury Coaches. The website is not working. They only have an Instagram that doesn't look like it's been active in years. So the thing about the default judgment is, like you said, if she shows back up, but she's low.
Yeah, I mean,
she's nowhere online. She has her digital footprint is like so small right now.
And then, let's say she files for bankruptcy, and then the company that you're suing goes out of business. You don't get your money back. She could have easily took that $174,000 out of her, out of the bank, put it in a mattress somewhere, and now she's just living on $174,000. Never have to give you anything. The business goes out of business.
Damn.
And there's not a lot of criminal things that you can bring to her at the moment, unless she did it to a bunch of people.
Yes.
And you can accuse her of fraud or whatever. But then, it's not really that much to do. So, yes, he got a judgment, but now it's another thing about getting that money back. And this is why this is a good lesson for a lot of people in business. If you're not willing to sue somebody, and then you got to actually collect the money.
Right.
Never wire somebody that much money.
Yeah.
Because you wire Microsoft this type of money. You wire Apple. You wire a multi-million or multi-billion-dollar company. I don't know what this lady was doing. I'm not saying she wasn't making millions of dollars, but
she obviously could afford the bad publicity because she's not fighting this at all.
Right. And then why would you, if you was making millions of dollars, why would you shut your company down, your company website, everything down for $174,000? That just don't make sense. So,
I literally could not find her. If you guys could find her, go tell Roland.
What that tell me is maybe she was like a contractor or some type of Like maybe she sold Roland a bill of goods and presented herself like she owned the place and she did this and did that. And because to be honest, I seen the pictures and I'm like, okay, she's the only black person that worked at the company. It was all everybody else was Latino and white, which is not a bad thing. But I'm just still looking like, okay, you ain't got. Is this a family business? You ain't got nobody else with you. So it could have easily been she referred them over. They're doing all the real work. They're the real company, and now Roland can't sue them, but he's suing her. But her company was really nothing to begin with.
Like you gave the wrong the money got put into the wrong account, basically.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's like you claiming you're trying to work with this one celebrity, but you wired the money to the assistant. And that person just got the fuck on.
That's
with the
money. Most money they ever seen in their life.
Yeah, and then now the person you were trying to work with, like, I mean, what, you can't sue me. I mean, you didn't wire the money to me. You didn't talk to my team. You talked to her. You wanted to do the black owned thing. You wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? You wanted to do business with her. So it's really unfortunate because, you know, Roland is a champion of black owned business and black owned media. So it's one of those situations where this is why a lot of people be saying, well, see, that's why I ain't fucking with them niggas and I ain't doing I ain't shopping with, like, and you can't tell me this is not going to have a bad taste in his mouth if he don't get his money back.
For sure.
And I hope he get his money back, but I can't see him.
You know, I think the remedy